It's Wrecking Ball Radio.
Shut up and entertain me.
There's no rules. There's no rules.
Holy sh**, it's amazing.
I see her sarcasm and nastiness grow.
This is Davin's Den.
Good evening, everybody. You are listening or watching Davin's Den. Yes, Davin's Den, the show that is better than missing out on movie classics. Don't do that. You can watch us on davincomedy.com, and just click live, and on the Davin's Den Facebook page. I am your host, Davin Rosenblatt. I'm joined by Joe Curry.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
We didn't mean to startle you, Joe. And Pip Helix. Hello, Pip.
Hi, everybody.
Look at Pip is like a chameleon, and Joe's like being captured in a little circle that is shrinking as the show goes on. If this show goes too long, there'll be nothing left of Joe. What the hell are you doing? What are you doing today, Joe? You experimenting? You fucking up?
No. What's weird is the background. The background is weird because something's not getting adjusted, and it'll show up like this. It happened a couple of weeks ago.
And I really didn't like it. I'm like, you know what? It's not that bad. So it happened again today. So I'll deal with it.
It's little Joe. You know, Joe in like a third of his screen is just too much. If Joe in a third of his screen is too much, you really appreciate 1/8 Joe.
1/8 Joe.
Look at it. It's like just barely enough to contain his bulbous head.
I got a big head, so I can't poke fun at him about that.
Yeah, but at least you're trying to blend in. Look at like Joe looks like a moon orbiting the Earth. That's a.
It should actually have a background as well.
Why?
But,
Why? We just talked about this. What?
it looks schlubby the way you have it. It's a video presentation. You should have.
How does my office look schlubby? My office is clean. What are you talking about?
Podcast TV.
Not really. Not when it starts cutting out, when people move and disappear. It doesn't look professional at all. Everybody knows it's a green screen. What?
That's just me. You do it your way. It's your show.
Yeah, right now we got 1/8 of you. It's not working out. It's not like the beginning of green screens. It was like, ooh, wow, they're in a skyscraper overlooking Manhattan. Everybody knows it's green screen now. The surprise is over.
I understand that, but it's better than when you used to have at the old house. It looked like it was coming live from the Little Rascals place.
What the green screen we used to use?
Oh no!
The cloth that you yanked off your lawn.
No, that was a dollar store tablecloth that Pip picked up. It served its purpose. Again, that was the beginning of green screen. There was no Zoom then. We were doing cutting edge technology. So for what it was fine.
That tablecloth was cutting edge technology. I'll have you know.
It still was.
I thought
but the fact.
What's the difference if it's a green screen or a green 99-cent tablecloth? It works.
It was fine. It was fine. And the fact that we were doing that, remember, at that point, most of the times if you wanted to do that, you had to have like a high-end camera. There wasn't many shows doing that. So but green screen's been around forever for everybody's usage, so nobody's being fooled. Ooh, I think he's doing the show from the Amazon. No, he's not. And he's not doing the show from the Amazon warehouse either. It's not fooling anybody anymore. I mean, green screen's like fine if you like have like, you know, a tire fire behind you and you don't want to show that off, or if there's a crime scene and there's like splatter stains on the wall, then yeah, by all means go to a green screen. But otherwise, I don't know, it does nothing for me. It does, you know, I don't like it because when you move and there's nothing you could do about it, it's the technology. When you move, you disappear.
Yeah, no, it's not happening. Oh, there we go.
Oh, look at Pip turned into lemons, which is the.
I'm wearing lemons, and I have lemons behind me. I have a theme this evening.
Oh, look at that. Turning Pip Helix into lemonade. Well, that's what I like. There she goes. She disappears. Again. See, it's fine. I don't like the disappearing act. We're not doing a magic show. But it's fine if that's what you... All right. On the show, scamming scammers and whatever else we're going to do in the next Oh, 25 minutes or so, whatever else that is going to be. So, Pip, you went away this week. You had fun. Where'd you go with your girls?
I did. No, I went with Mr. Helix.
Oh, I don't know. Because whenever you're away, it's always with the girls. Whenever you go away with your husband, it's like, and he left me in the sun to dehydrate, and I almost died.
Well,
That's
well, we went to California.
okay. I think it was
Uh,
hot. I think it was hot there this past week, right?
you know what? It wasn't really terrible. It was just really bakingly hot in the direct sun. So shade was the plan. And we went we're going to talk more about it another time, but we went to the No Values concert, punk
Ah,
concert.
the No Values concert. And who was on the No Values concert?
So many bands, but we're going to talk about the concert another time, I believe.
Yes.
We're also going to talk about the rest of my experience in California, which is truly the land of nuttiness.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Um,
now we can talk. I mean, what is there something to talk about now?
what do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, yeah, no, yeah,
Oh, well,
yeah.
then talk. Then talk. Talk,
Oh,
Lemon.
I'm I'm trying. I spent with Mr. Helix. We went to the most beautiful park that I've been in a long time, and it just happened to be the Hollywood Cemetery. It is a gorgeous park. It is
Well, they got
beautiful.
great fertilizer.
Yeah, plenty of fertilizer.
Yeah.
But we went specifically to pay our respects to Johnny and Dee Dee Ramone, who are both buried in that cemetery. And we weren't really sure where they were exactly in the cemetery until we drove around for a little bit and we saw two ladies with multicolored hair and a Ramones t-shirt on, and we said, "Ah, there's our guide."
Oh, can we just stop right there? You're going to a cemetery, not a concert. Do you really have to wear the band's gear, the band's merch, to a cemetery to pay your respects? What the hell are we doing?
No, this is well, we were not wearing this, but
No, I'm talking about these freaks.
then no, this was probably their everyday wear.
Okay.
That what? You wear shirts with sports teams on them or your favorite band. How's
Not when
that?
I'm going to a cemetery to pay my respects.
If you look that way every day, why are you going to change up to walk into?
Because it's a place for contemplation and paying your respects. I'm not trying to do somebody on a tombstone.
Well, it's also
But you're showing your support for the band.
They're dead. They can't see it.
Especially the Ramones. It's a punk thing.
yes.
Is it? There's nothing like a punk corpse.
No, the
That's a
thing,
great name for a band.
Well, I'm sure you'll be in one of them eventually.
of
Yeah,
course.
working on it.
Here's the thing though, is that people were just dressed very casually. It's Hollywood. It wasn't like it was, some Oxford, I mean, it's Hollywood, man.
Oh God.
So we found them and we just said, "Oh, okay, where's Johnny's grave?" And they were like, "We were just about to pass it." And we went there and apparently they had some kind of they have film showings and days where they have like a festival. They have Dia de los Muertos on November 1st where people dress up and they have like tables and events in this cemetery. So it's not like it's this pristine holy place. They do all kinds of stuff in this place. I was shocked by the fact that they screen movies, and from what we could tell, they screen movies on the side of a big mausoleum. So it's not.
That's cool.
Yeah,
What the hell is wrong with the society?
I know. It was actually kind of shocking to me at first. And we're walking through the place to get to things. All of a sudden, I realized those aren't stepping stones. Um, because it was near a pond, and I realized I'm walking on people. Oh Oh my God.
You're
Oh my
stepping on
God.
headstones?
Yes.
My
Yeah.
God.
I
Oh
didn't
my God,
realize
what
it
are you
first.
doing? You fool!
I know. I didn't realize it first. And then I
Really?
went,
You didn't realize? Where did you expect dead people to be in a cemetery? Hanging out in a tree?
Yeah, don't you know a cemetery is where dead people live?
I know all about
Hey, you,
cemeteries.
get off my face.
No, I said no guy ever. Um, um, now, one of the things that I realized, and I know that you already think I'm a ghoul, but I just realized this and I'm like, I have to agree with you. Almost every place that I've gone on vacation, I went to visit a cemetery there.
Yeah, it's very weird. You're very macabre.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
How often do you visit your family that have passed on?
Um, well, most of my family gets cremated and we keep them in boxes in the house.
Oh, for
So
Christ's sakes, we'll never find them.
I don't go and visit my own dead, to be honest.
you know what? I feel bad for your family. They live their life, they die, and now they're going to be sitting next to shoes for the rest of their eternal days.
Well, my dad is in a box in the top shelf of the closet, and my mom, I didn't want them to spend any more time together because that was plenty. And mom's cremains were put in the area of the church that I was going to at the time. They had an area where you could bury the cremains there.
Okay.
Uh, so she's on the church grounds, which I think she would have been pleased with. My dad always used to say, "I want you to keep me in a jar labeled Pop. Keep me in the house." So
Well,
mm, it's close. It's close.
And what about your brother? Would you
My
put him in the vacuum cleaner?
You know what? There were days. But actually, my dad, who had a great sense of humor, I used to say to him when he was being fresh with me, I'd say, "You, if you don't knock it off, I'm gonna dump you out on the ground, vacuum you back up, and put you in your jar." And he thought that was hilarious. But my my brother is actually still in his container. I have a an urn for him, and I think it's perfect. A long time ago, I bought a like like metallic-y gray skull cookie jar, and that's where he's going, and he would love it.
Okay.
So that's where my dead are. But
But you pay no attention to them. But you'll travel all over the earth to find other people's dead, just so you could desecrate it. How lovely!
well, my dead are in my head, and the people that we go and visit who are actually buried and have stones, that's a different story.
They're in
I
your CD collection.
What's that?
They're in your CD collection.
Kind of, but I didn't when I've been in cemeteries in other places. I mean, and this was specifically to go and see their stones and pay our respects. But other ones, the only other one that I went with Mr. Helix is we went to Jimi Hendrix's grave when we were in Seattle.
Yeah, I don't get the whole touring to see tombstones. Like I get it in these like old historic towns like where they do ghost walks and then you do like the cemetery because it's like a whole theme of
Oh
ooh
yeah.
spooky. But I don't get it. I'm gonna see a rock star's tombstone. I don't get that.
Well, it's not to like oogle their tombstones specifically. It's just to pay your respects like a normal
you're
person would
paying
do.
your respects. You
Mhm.
don't feel rushed. You don't feel you're going to say the wrong thing. You don't, you're not taking up their time. Yeah. What the hell,
Well,
Well, yeah, a lot of people
So
do
so
that.
what are you saying that this is a low stress fan experience?
Yes.
Oh, for Christ's sake, I
uh,
can't.
well, Joe, that's I hadn't looked at it that way before. I mean,
What am I
yeah,
working with? What type of ghouls and maladjusted people am I working with?
you know what? You should have recognized this before.
It just gets worse.
Yeah.
But But the thing about it, like when we opened up for Kip Winger, I'm a very big Winger fan, and I want to get his autograph.
Get a picture with him. I go to take the first picture. It comes out like crap. So I have to go find him again. Now he's at the merch table. I kind of bother him at the merch table. As an entertainer, I know it's a cardinal rule and not for bothering the entertainer at the merch table, but I want my picture. And I got my picture, but I felt, it was a hassle. If he was dead, I just go up to the gravesite, think she's only 17, and go home.
Can you just see Joe? Joe gets the picture back. It's blurry. God, I wish Kip was dead so I could do this again.
You know
Because
what?
I don't want to be rude, but if the man would just die right now, I could get the picture I've always dreamed of.
The thing about it is, if I was a civilian,
You are a civilian.
but no, if I was a civilian that wasn't doing this and playing the thing,
Whatever, because the band has one. I wouldn't know any better. But as somebody that's in the business, not as to him, but actually, in the business as well, I know that you're not really supposed to really bother anybody at the merch table when they're trying to do stuff. But I didn't care. I wanted to.
Well, Joe, this is just nice to know that what you couldn't do to Kip Winger, Beavis and Butthead did. So that's good to know.
yeah, boy, yeah, they fucked his career up.
Well, it certainly did.
Yes.
Mike Judge actually apologized to him because he had.
And he said, "Man, you guys fucked us." And he's like, "Look, I goes, if I knew it was gonna have that much of a backlash, I would have never done it."
If I would have known Kip, I wouldn't have done it. I would have done it to Nelson.
Oh, wow. Wow. No, it's not like we're exchanging, going and paying respects to them for a fan experience. It was paying respects because Mr. Helix was, how like a band means so much to you, and his life and a musical experience, and being a drummer and everything was profoundly changed by meeting and finding out about the Ramones and their music. And so this was sort of, we were already there. We didn't make the pilgrimage.
All right, that's a little different. That's a little different than you're in the neighborhood. I get that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I don't get playing hopscotch with the remains of other people. I don't understand that at all. But I'm not you.
I totally freaking did that by accident. But you know what? There was I was sitting on a bench and enjoying the lovely pond and the ducks, and Mr. Helix was standing and taking a photo, and another fan walked up and they were talking about Dee Dee. And then while we were sitting on the bench together, another lady came through the graveyard, and she was holding a pot of flowers that she was bringing to another musician who was buried a little while away, whose music had made something to her. So it's not an unusual thing to do there, apparently.
I guess.
I thought the Ramones were from New York. What is he doing out in California?
Well, Johnny had moved out to California, and Dee Dee was in Los Angeles for a lot at the end of his life. So they were both buried, like kind of there are roads in graveyards, and they are like right around the corner from each other.
Right.
Both
Aw.
both backing up against this beautiful pond with ducks. And Mr. Helix had heard about how every day these ducks go over and visit Dee Dee's grave. And darn it, if the ducks didn't come while we were there. Do, 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 do,
Yeah, because you're in the way. They probably come because there's bread. Somebody probably throws breadcrumbs there.
People probably do feed them, and we did see people feed some other ducks. They're like different breeds, a little bit further away. But it's a really beautiful place, and we met this lady Alicia, and we spent a long time chatting with her. It was like being in a beautiful park. If I was ever going to be buried, I'm not, but if I was ever going to be buried and I had a ton of money, that would be the place. It's
What, you're not. What are you giving Satan a head start? You're doing his job for him. Is that what you're doing?
Could be in a closet. She's gonna wind up in a closet.
With her father.
I am. I am. Oh, that came out wrong. um, no, burnt, earned, good. Actually, we have a friend, and I know this won't surprise you, but we have a friend who has a store where she deals with alternate alternate burial methods. Like you can get yourself turned into a glass ornament with your cremains, or they could bury you and make a tree, or they could turn it into all different other kinds of things.
Yeah,
And
yeah, no, no. I don't know where I want to go.
I know where you're going.
I know, but I mean, leave my remains. Like I was thinking
Who are
about.
you leaving them to?
Huh?
Who are you leaving your remains to?
I don't know. See, but that's right. So maybe I'll be cremated and buried with my parents,
That's nice.
right next to my parents.
It's nice.
I was thinking getting a mausoleum, but the only problem is you're above ground. What if the Martians blow the fucking thing up in 4722? Not flying all over the road. So I don't.
listen,
I don't have much time left.
unless there are creeps like me in the future, nobody's going to come and visit my tombstone, so it's pointless. Nobody's going to have anything to do with, I'm going to get sold in an estate sale by accident because that's a pretty vase. It doesn't really matter where the leftovers of my body are because we're going on to some other existence. I won't give a shit where my ashes are.
Are you donating parts of your body to science? Or not
Yeah,
science, to
if
organs.
anything's left that's usable, yes.
Yeah, me too. And I think about that sometimes. I'm like, and I'm not a religious person, but I'm like, well, what happens if you could have come back, or you're in heaven, and now you're missing parts, you're springing a leak?
Right. You know what? What are you gonna live your life to be carved up like that frog in fifth grade of lab?
Yeah, but it helps people. The only thing I didn't donate is my eyes. I didn't donate my eyes, but it helps
Yeah,
people.
but think about it. People die in all kinds of grim circumstances, and every single one of those bodies rots. So it doesn't matter how you leave it at the second you go. It's all going to be disgusting. Do you want to look like one of the Walking Dead in whatever condition you go to? And that's your body. That's what happened to it. Doesn't matter if they carve you up, you're in a car fire, you just rot in the ground. It's all maggot food. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. I want somebody to be able to use my parts if they can. I have nice skin. They can have that.
Jesus Christ. What a lovely book cover for a third grader, Pip Skin.
I'm gonna have a pip jacket.
A burn victim.
Honey, I got you a Pip throw rug for Christmas. It's one of a kind.
I don't care. I won't be using it anymore. A burn victim could use this stuff? Fine. Do you know, I just saw an article. I have to research this more, so take this with a grain of salt. But I just saw that people who have pacemakers, now I have a defibrillator, so I have to look and see, but people who have pacemakers, you can't reuse them in a human, but they will take them and use them in dogs. You could donate your pacemaker to a dog. Isn't that something?
Great. So you're gonna be responding to whose tail is that for eternity?
At least until the battery runs out.
For the life of that dog,
Yeah.
yeah. In 25, I have to be cut back open and have new batteries put in.
All right, just don't do it on a night where we have to record. All right, anything else?
No, that's about it for now.
Okay.
There was one other thing.
What's that?
In-N-Out burgers, not all they're cracked up to be.
Okay.
Yeah, it might.
Did you go to Jack in the Box? Jack in the Box is still out there. Jack in the Box rules.
Jack in the Box, however, except for their service, because their lines are long, and the one we went to can't figure out how to put together an order. But if you do get a burger, it's amazing. Amazingly good.
The big Jack, and then you have they have the tacos.
They did, but we didn't have that. We got burgers when we went through it. Amazing.
I can't remember the last time I've had a fast food hamburger. Just don't.
Oh, Oh no, the Taco Bell, I forget. I got one that was just like a cheeseburger and they also had onions on it and lettuce and tomato. That was amazing. And we were trying to get, because they were hawking their, hey, you want to try the mini churros? And we said, yes, we do. And we got back to the hotel room and we had poppers instead.
Oh,
Yeah, and she handed me the. I got a shake because I wanted to try one and it was amazing. But she handed me the wrong shake at first, and I handed it back to her. But I thought, if this was still a pandemic, I would have been keeping that shake because nobody wanted to take the shake that some creep handed back into the window to get their own. I would have had two shakes,
Right.
man. But yeah, Jack in the Box rules. In and out, it went in, and poor Mr. Helix, how it came out. Terrible, terrible, terrible things happened to him on the plane. Terrible.
on the plane.
He was
Oh, that.
Do I
no,
have to
no,
play
no,
the
no.
turbulent air bumper?
He held it together. He looked green when we landed, man, and it wasn't the landing. It was about to be the landing. We got in, and he was like, "That's room." It was terrible, terrible, terrible. I was not in the room,
Wait a
but
minute. Who the hell eats like greasy fast food before a flight?
no, not before, because we got up at like 3 in the morning to get that flight. We ate it at like 8 o'clock at night the night before.
Oh, really? And it was the next day?
Yeah, yeah, but it was, oh, I felt bad for him, really bad for him, because it was just a terrible, terrible moment during that. And you know how like people are like taking their sweet time getting their carry-on from the overhead compartments and stuff.
Oh
You,
no!
can
Hurry
you
up!
hurry up? And it's like, do you have a transfer? No, but I really have to go.
Well, there's one way he could.
Use the bathroom on the plane. It's on the ground. Why not?
Oh no, he was trying desperately not to do that in a confined space like a plane.
The man wanted to stretch out, luxuriate.
I mean, I understand. It's like the worst thing in the world to be in a public bathroom and have a terrible time of it. So this poor man.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
shame.
I looked at him. I'm the one who doesn't like the landings and the takeoffs because the rumbling and the sharp hitting the ground. I don't like that. That makes me nervous. I hold his hand. I know, but he was like, he just looked terrible. It's like in and oh my God, out. No, I do not. I do not say they're good.
Poor guy. All right, Joe, what do you want to talk about with the show that we did?
Oh no, we were talking about the show.
When that woman comes up to me and she goes, "Are you a sad person?" And I'm like, I'm done. I go, "I beg your pardon. Are you a sad person?"
I think she asked if you. I think she asked like, "Are you a happy person?" And
Am I a happy person?
and I think I said, "As compared to what?" I think that was my response.
So I go, ask him. He'll tell you. He goes, no, it's your question. And I go, I guess. And she goes, well, are you a happy person? I go, I guess. On what kind of scale?
On what kind of scale? I'm fine. I'm a happy person on a five. You know? I had a lot on my mind when that gig. I got my insurance because I had that second accident in January, and he raised my bill another $180 a month.
Ow!
So
Damn!
I got to figure out how I'm going to afford that. I don't know, but So I mean, it was stuff on my mind the whole trip. Stuff on my mind. Yeah, I mean, I had a good set, but it's like, I wasn't that happy. I was essentially a five.
So she was like basically feeling bad for you and like decided that you needed therapy on the spot.
Well, in Joe's defense, she had issues too.
Oh,
So,
Like alcohol.
yeah. I mean, she was a little bit of a problem. Like she was like, I think she's the one who said up to Kevin Lee, you know where you are, you're in Trump country, and such and such doesn't like your hat, and so
whoa.
yeah.
Whoa. Oh my God. Poor Kevin. How was his set? How'd he do?
Kevin did fine. Everybody did fine.
Good. Good.
Fun show. Nice people. Nice
That's
people.
crazy.
But but you know, I get subconscious because some people tell me that they, when I go
feel uncomfortable when I get on stage because I don't seem friendly. I don't know if that's a problem.
Really? Hold on. This is news to me. I mean, I agree, but I didn't know that people were saying this to you. Wow, this is not what you want to hear.
audiences have gotten sensitive as the past couple.
Well, because they're afraid they don't want to be in an active shooter situation. They're concerned.
From Joe.
I had no idea. Like, we know that, like, people said you yell too much, which, whatever, is ridiculous.
I don't know.
But I did not know that audience members were coming up to you and saying, "You're making us uncomfortable. Do you need a hug?"
Yeah, wow.
Some people off stage say I yell too much, but nonetheless.
Well, you do. But some people deserve it. Others don't. Some do. I go on a case-by-case basis.
Ask the people at Walmart, Stop and Shop.
Yeah, you're a little out of control. So wait a minute. So like after a show where you've just done a half an hour or 45 minutes, whatever you're doing, where you're making wise, you're cracking jokes, people are coming up to you, go, "Are you okay?"
But no, it's mostly, like I said, that lady comes up to me and goes,
Yeah, but she was nuts. I don't count her. But
right
other
here,
people are looking at you because Dennis Ross had something similar, not the same. Like Dennis Ross was always like a good comic, but he would make people feel uncomfortable because he didn't look well, because he had so many stomach issues, he was sick. So that actually cost Dennis gigs. People were like, "Oh yeah, he did well, but he was funny, but it made people uncomfortable. He was sick, this, that, the other thing." So I didn't know that you were getting something similar to that. That's kind of weird.
a little bit.
I don't watch your act and go, "That's a troubled person." I mean, I talk to you in real life and I go, "That's a troubled person," but I don't get it from the act.
We say it to your face.
On stage, I try not to fuss, because I think it would take pictures while I was on stage, and I think you are, and I'm like, all right, stand up straight. I'm saying to myself.
Right.
Stand up straight.
I have a slouching problem, and like I said, there were pictures of me from past shows where I'm like, I don't look well, but I'm like, I'm me and how I feel. I mean, I got my diabetes, but I mean, I felt well. I'm fine, but it didn't look that.
But I thought you were saying people don't think you're like well mentally or emotionally.
Oh.
I think people think that I'm angry.
Well, hold on. By that, do you mean perceptive people?
Well,
I mean.
But that's weird though, because comics do yell. I mean, there's a whole, especially in the Northeast. Especially if you're Italian and a comic in the Northeast. You're yelling about shit that there's no reason to yell about. That's just a thing. I mean, and if you're going to comedy shows, you know that's a thing. But for them to single Joe out and go, "No, I think it's real."
I have to take him aside because I'm worried about him.
Over these years, I've kind of really backed it down.
Yeah.
I really have.
So people just say, "I'm like, Jesus Christ, you should have told me 20 years ago. You should have dropped a fucking net on me."
When he blew that whistle, I thought it was a blow for help.
But there is like on the wall at the
obviously comic, everybody writes on the wall, and on my thing I write, "I promise I won't yell tonight."
Nobody likes a liar, Joe. Nobody likes a liar.
Well, when we met at RJ Gators, I was trying out new material because I was kind of sick of the stuff that I was doing. And
Which is what you want to do when you're auditioning for a TV show, dear. That's a perfect time.
I never.
I can't believe we all came with the ace shit, whatever ace shit we had that day.
Well, the only thing accurate about what you just said is shit. What I had that day. I can't speak for you guys, but yuck to what I was doing.
No. Apparently, I had shit as well. But the thing was that I was, I didn't want to. I didn't want to try. I was doing this persona, and I was like, "That's not real. I'm gonna talk about my real life." And part of my real life, as you well know, is that my mom was a paranoid schizophrenic, and my dad was a second generation alcoholic postal worker. So I think that's hilarious. But I got an
Well, hold on, dear. Hold on, dear. Not in the traditional way, and crafted by somebody who's very good. Somebody's doing comedy 6 months and auditioning at a Florida theme restaurant. Not yet. Not yet. Give it time.
I know. Instead of laughs, I got aw, and I was like, that's not what I was going for.
No, I mean, listen. I would kill for that type of tragic upbringing. The material I could get, but as a brand new comic, where you're trying to like perform in between, the fries and the hush puppies, it's a big ask. It's a big ask.
You know how much I want to go up there and go, when I was a little boy, my father took our dog, went down the road, and he killed the dog and shot himself. Huddle, huddle, huddle,
Yeah,
Yeah, but you're at the point in your career where you should be trying that. You've done this long enough. You should be trying that.
Yeah, I know, and you know why? Because it never really hit me until about 10 years ago how it affected me. So yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to get more introspective of myself.
Not easy. It's the final frontier. Not easy. But again, like, what were we talking? I mean, I know we were talking about Joe being angry, but what was the tangent that we just went on?
I don't know exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah, like I don't like. That would bother me immensely as somebody whose job is to bring pleasure and make people forget their problems. If I was getting people to go, "Are you okay?" That's not good.
Oh yeah.
Well, it just seems that people go, oh, sometimes it seems that you seem a little, a friend of mine was saying that, who's also a comic, seems a little, sometimes you don't seem that friendly on stage, or you put that, and I'm like,
no, you're not. You're not friendly on stage.
What are you drinking?
No, you're not friendly on stage.
I'm drinking Jarritos. It's lime.
Oh, I thought you were drinking urine. All right.
See, and that's why people don't think you're friendly. It's comments like that.
It could be.
No, but you don't smile like you don't stop to smile. You don't even when you engage, it's very uncomfortable. I get that. I do get that.
Well, maybe that's kind of what people were saying. I don't smile, and I don't, yeah.
But that's my persona,
No, that's you. But yeah, I get it. See, but that's the thing. If that's the persona, then I don't know. There's got to be another level where they get like Lewis Black. I don't.
They do. You know what? They do after 10 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah.
They do after 10 minutes.
Because I don't think people go. I wonder if people go to Lewis Black and go, "Do you need a hug?" Because he's always screaming.
The thing about it is they say, when we first saw you, when we first see you on stage, after that, you get.
There's character expansion after that,
10 minutes is a long time. I mean, listen, Andy Kaufman wanted to make people uncomfortable. That was Andy Kaufman's his whole bag of tricks right there. Yeah. That's interesting. Though. I don't know if I don't know if I'd want to make people feel uncomfortable for my opening 10 minutes. I don't mind making them feel uncomfortable throughout the show periodically with the subjects I'm talking about. But I don't know. I don't know if they're thinking, should we call someone? Should we have an intervention? I don't know if I want that.
But there was one time when we did that show last year. We had that couple of those people at table one.
Oh.
And you were saying, I was getting really pissed. I was not pleased, but I wasn't really pissed.
Oh no. The vibe you gave off was, I'm going to strangle someone.
Yeah. maybe inside you weren't feeling pissed off, but outside I was like, oh, shit's gonna go down.
That was probably the only time where I've ever felt like what other people are saying about you on stage. We're like, wow, he's really angry right now. Which is fine, listen, no, sometimes we don't feel like dealing with the audience's nonsense. I get that. But I don't normally I get like, oh, this is a character. But that night I'm like, he wants to hurt someone.
Yeah, but no, I really didn't. I really didn't feel it. I mean, I wasn't thrilled I had to deal with that. But the thing about it is, I know enough now, being so many years in. If you let anger get into the set, it's going to derail the whole goddamn thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, you go back and forth and
I wasn't. Maybe I get the look I wasn't, but I wasn't angry. I was. There's nights I've been angry. The audience. And early on when I was doing, my career. But
See, once in a while you do something on stage that's somewhat engaging. You kind of break the third wall down. You kind of give them a look, and you do this with your hands. Once in a while you do that on stage. Yeah, but a lot of the time, there's a lot of anger throughout, a lot of yelling, a lot of Joe doesn't like the way the world's going. But there's a lot of comics like that. There's a lot of old white men comics like that.
The thing about it is, when I get, Jesus Christ, I go with frustrated. But I also preface it now, at least about 15 minutes in, that, yeah.
I'm not pleased. The world is changing, but I'm not the guy getting it. I had to purposely set that up, that I'm the problem, because it's okay, everybody is, you're being, all right, well, this is the way I feel, but I feel I'm the problem.
I will say this. Your act is getting less and less Trumperific. Like I was just watching your set on Saturday. And go like, if I didn't know Joe, I wouldn't know how he voted.
Interesting.
Yeah, but you want to know something? But the interesting thing is that I give out the look. Look, I might have told the story before. When I was at the School of Film and Television, I went to
class. I never, 90s, whatever. I never mentioned during at my political meetings, never mentioned it to anybody during a break. Just we all in one shop. We're all actors are doing it. And one night the teacher they were talking about, I think, Bush, how long ago it was, and they were talking back and forth, and she goes, we know how you feel, Joe. And I'm like, which I did, but I never ever brought up my political leanings in class. All I wanted to do was know my lines, so I had to do my, my blocking, all that. I never ever, even during breaks, we would talk, about what you're working, what you're doing, you're doing stand-up, so that never came up, but just, I guess I give out that vibe,
That's amazing that you never said it, and yet they knew.
Never said a word, and let me tell you something, my teacher, I ignored her. She told me, I ignored her, so it's nothing like, she doesn't like me, I ignored her, but, that night, it's like, I never said anything or gave anything off as a fact,
People are picking up.
I guess you just give off the vibe that you might storm the Capitol. I don't know what to tell you, pal. What to tell you? All right, we'll take our break for the evening. We'll come back with some scammers. This is going to be the first time talking to Maria Milton as Zila. Remember, she revealed herself. So this is going to be the first conversation where I know who she is. So I was going to talk about classic movies that I just recently saw. I was going to do that. I'll do that like next week or something like that because we had other stuff. But I did put that in the teaser, so I apologize if you tuned in for that. I'm still happy to talk about it. I was talking to Lisa about it in the comments. If people want to comment, I'll still comment back and forth, and then next week I'll do it. All right, on the break we got new music from Melina Galasso with Goodnight Loser, and you can learn more about her at deucemusic.com. And we have a new song from Fresh Tracks, and it's called The Vanishing, and you can learn more about them at khb-music.de. 6 minutes.
Okay. great. Okay. Sorry I had to cut you off on my time. Calm it down. Did you have some of the ribs? That was the next one. I can't wait for I did mention on the air that the In-N-Out burger turned your green on the plane. And they were like, oh no, not on the plane. I'm like, no, we waited until the airport. No, I know, but I think that was the catalyst. Okay. Yeah.
Have you heard? 10% of the population has disappeared and more are vanishing every day.
Mm-hmm.
We need to warn everyone and take action before it's too late. Who knows how many more people will disappear? Disappear. 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 Disappear.
I did preliminary. I looked that up this week. He has entitled something.
I'll let you know for itself.
The vanishing population. Rumors are spreading like wildfire. -10% of the population has vanished without a trace, and it seems like more people are disappearing every day. No one knows what's happening, but one thing is certain. We need to take action before it's too late. We need to spread the word and warn everyone to be on high alert. We must prepare for the worst case scenario and stock up on supplies and have a plan in case of an emergency. It's a scary thought to think of how many more people could disappear if we don't act quickly. We owe it to ourselves and our loved ones to take this seriously and do everything in our power to prevent further disappearances. The vanishing population.
Radio. This is Davin's Den.
And we are back. You are listening to Davin. Of course, this is Davin's Den. Of course, this is Davin. I am joined by the perpetually angry Joe Curry and the ghoulish Pip Helix.
Hi, everybody.
What a ghoul. What a ghoul. All right. Let's do some, we'll do some scamming scammers. That's what we will do right now. Come on. Here we go. All right, so as I said before the break, last week Maria came clean that she was not Maria living in Newark, New Jersey, the porn star director who needs money to bribe her sister to babysit grandma. It turns out that was a complete fabrication. Who knew?
What? No.
Seems so logical, though.
It turns out she's Zila from Nigeria. She came clean to me. So she asked me to follow her on her real profile with the real girl, and I checked it out, and it was real. I mean, it would have people that you would expect would be friends with her, as opposed to just following a bunch of middle-aged white dudes. Very often horny comics, as luck would have it. But anyway, so this is October 24th of 2022. This is my first conversation with her admitting that she is her. She goes, "Thank you for your follow request." I go, "Thank you for being real. This is much better, Zila." She goes, "Thank you, and I'm glad you appreciated me for who I'm. God bless you and keep you alive for us to meet." All right. God bless me. I go, I would definitely like to meet you. I want us to build a friendship. Does that interest you? I am always willing to be their legitimate friend when we get to this stage. I'm willing to. Now, I will never break my character and let them know about my real family, because that's just too dangerous. But I am willing to take an interest in them and be their friend. I am willing to do that. I'm always like, well, that could be cool. I need friends. I'm a lonely feller. She goes, "Yes, it does, baby." Okay, so we're still in baby mode. All right. And she goes, "And I also feel the same way for you, my dear. It took long for us to realize." Now, me and Maria never had a real relationship. I mean, it was always superficial nonsense followed by the ask for money. There was never the moments with Maria like, "Well, am I the bad guy here?" That was never. No, it was completely superficial. Listen, when you're sending me pictures of a Hitachi that's the size of a torso, I don't think we're having deep moments. You might be having deep moments, but I'm not involved in them. She had one that was laying across. It was went the whole way, and she needed a bigger one. I'm like, oh my god.
It's like, oh wow, the Holland Tunnel called.
Yes. And you know what? Much like New York City with that tunnel, there won't be congestion pricing. So it's good to know. Inside joke for New York. New York joke. Anyway. She goes, "It took long for us to realize." I go, "It did. But realistically, you are not in love with me, which is okay. Let's not pretend you are. That would just be another lie between us. Are you good with starting out as new friends?" I am being completely honest here. Let's start out as friends. Let's not pretend that we were in a relationship. We can put all that aside. What do you mean, honey? Okay. Okay.
All right.
And like, because there really wasn't much to our conversations to make me think that she could have fallen for whatever I was putting out there.
No, it was so superficial. It
Yeah, and
would be,
I wasn't putting out anything lovey-dovey. I was definitely in create content mode.
yes.
Um, I go, I mean, what we had was never real. I never knew. Come on now. I never knew who you really were. I'd like to start a real friendship with Zila, and she likes that. I go, the boyfriend girlfriend Marie and Davin thing was built on deception. And she goes, yeah, baby. She agrees. I go, okay, good. Honestly, do you have a boyfriend? I'll still be on your side even if you do, or a husband. I'm trying to learn who this person is.
Yeah.
Because that's going to guide how this is going to go.
Ah, I think that she's gonna lie to you still and pretend she doesn't have anybody.
Well, maybe she might not have anybody.
With everything.
She might not have anybody. She goes, I'm single. I go, okay. No, I have no evidence to believe that she's not. I don't know. I can only take her at her word for whatever that is worth at this point.
No, I'm just saying yeah, of course we don't know what the truth is, but I'm just saying that if the truth was she had a husband, you were never going to hear that.
Yeah, that might be fair. She goes, I hope you do find a good man like you. I really do like you. I go, if you were honest, I think you will. I go, I like you too. I didn't really like Maria. She goes, are you sure? I go, I find Zila much more charming and intelligent and pretty. I'm trying to encourage them, and I'm trying to make them think I'm not one of these, I don't know if they really believe it or not, but these racist white guys that they use as an excuse to do what they do.
Right.
And I said 100%. She goes, hope you're not flattering me. I go, for what? I'm being sincere. This. And I do like the real people much more than the nonsense. Always.
Yeah.
I go, I'm being sincere. Sincere. She goes, I love you for that. I'm sincere with you now. Okay, I think they like to throw around I love you. I really think they.
Because basically she's got her hook in the line. Because what she's doing is now that it's like, well, I'm not really there.
Now she's going to get on a personal level, which is bring you in even more because you know it's the real person. And hey, this is a real person that has a problem. This is a real person that needs a gift card. This is a real person that needs money. So this is just you both got your lines in the water.
Oh, Joe. Like you think after all it's another level to the con? So disappointing. So
but let me tell you something. There's two trawlers just on either end of the water.
With their lines.
on tonight's episode of Dangerous Catch or Deadliest Catch.
That's great.
I go, why would I lie about that? It's a long flight to Nigeria for a one-night stand, LOL. And I am with you. I like Zila much better. She goes, and I hope you do. I go, Maria was predictable and phony. That is true. That is true. She laughs. I go, does that still work on men? She goes, well, I don't know. I'm trying to find out, are you really getting guys with this? And probably she is. Probably.
Yeah.
But do you understand she's rebuilding her brand right now and making it personal? Where, no, this person that was just looking for money, that was something.
That was just an act. I'm a more genuine person, with a family, just to try to bring you in.
I laugh. I go, I can't have been the first one. She goes, I'm honest with you. I just say, let me try it, and I got you. I'm glad I got you. Oh, okay. Okay. I go, I'm glad you got...
This reminds me of what I was
Okay? And
I could see that. I could see how this could be that.
But I can see I'm negotiating the deal, and Joanne goes, he's such a nice man. He's just got
married, they want to start a family. I go, I don't give a fuck. I want four months for free. Shut up and just sit there. Yeah.
It's hard to figure out why that marriage didn't work. Shut up and just sit there.
Shut up and just sit there. But he does have a point because it's like, Jesus, whose side are you on?
Yeah, let me negotiate the deal. It's like a living.
I'm on humanity's side. That's what she was on. Anyway. I'm glad you got me too. This could have ended badly for you or for some guy. I'm now on your side, but I don't want you doing this type of thing. People get hurt, sometimes on your end, sometimes on the other person's end. Do you know the woman whose Cash App picture you were using? Be honest, please. All right, now I'm like, because she was still committing a crime.
Yeah.
You know, I still got my little, I'm trying to help people hat on.
Yeah.
And your spidey senses too, so that,
Yeah.
it's a twofold thing.
So she goes, yes, my dearest, I'm happy you did not decline me. She goes, okay, honey, I would be with you too. I go, I would never deny Zila my time and interest. Do you know the woman who were using for the Cash App? Because if I can get this information, I'll pass it on to that Jennifer woman.
Absolutely.
She goes, it's vendor's tag, baby. I go, but that is a real person. Do you know Jennifer? She goes, I know it's a real person, baby. Haven't met her. Do you know her also? Now I gotta be careful here.
Yep.
I gotta be careful what I say here.
Don't screw it up.
I go, I had my friend reach out to her. The friend is me using a persona. She's a scam victim and she lost everything. I found out yesterday. The real woman in the picture with that name, she thought she was dating a guy. Now this is true. This is what she told me.
Right.
Did someone send you her picture and name? And I really am going to Newark tonight, LOL. Going to watch a hockey game. I was going to go see the Devils play.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, just stop for 1 second, okay? Basically, right now is that she's got this whole, we're being honest. I'm me, I'm you. You're bringing this whole scammer stuff in.
And we all know this is a ploy. Okay, this personal thing is a ploy. I wonder how guarded she's going to be. Right, she's going to keep her guns cocked right now because basically you're getting to be a little bit of a busybody into her business.
Well, I'll tell you this. If she's honest with me about it, it makes me put my guard down a little bit more. Go, all right, this is, you know what, maybe we can be a legitimate friendship as opposed to shenanigans.
I don't think she is because this is going to be bad for business. She's bullshitting you with the
This is going to be bad for business.
Yeah.
It's like the day program. Who's spinning on the job? Who's got this guy? Well, if I get the, you're okay. Well, who? I'm not showing you my hand. Everybody's getting the same price. But I'm not going to let you know who else is spinning on the job. It's not your fucking business.
Mm-hmm.
So I continue. I go, and I really going to Newark tonight, LL, going to watch a hockey game. And in real life, I would have been happy to take Zila, and not boring ass Maria, LOL. Maria was kind of boring.
Yeah.
She goes, so I guess you can't be with me. I go, I know this, and here I am. I respect you coming clean. I respect Zila. I understand sometimes good people do bad things. I hold no grudge, which is true. I'm extending the olive branch. I could be very pissed that you tried to fool me into sending money. I'm not doing that.
Right.
Yeah, but you're trying to get into her house. And what I mean by that is you're trying to get
proprietary information.
Yes, I am.
How they do business.
Yes, I am.
Be nice about it. However, we know that she's full of shit. How far is she gonna? Why? She's not gonna give you proprietary information.
She goes, I would love to meet with you in person. Thank you, my dear. I appreciate you so much. That's about me holding no grudge. I go, but don't have me killed in Nigeria because that would suck, LOL. Always a concern. Always a concern. Getting killed.
Yeah.
Oh.
She goes, I would make you happy here, however I can. Okay, well, that's nice. I go, just being the real you is all I ask. And she won't get me killed. She goes, no, I won't, dear. I go, I don't need anything else from you. She goes, this is the real me. I go, I like who you seem to be. She goes, thank you for not rejecting me. I go, I like this girl a lot. She is kind and sweet and just having a tough time. I know things can be hard in life. I'm giving her the alibi. I'm not judging you. This is cool. But to Joe's point, I'm trying to get some information.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if she's portraying herself as a scammer, I mean, not a scammer, but she is a scammer, that's proprietary information that she's going to be handling. And she should be, but
She goes, I'm a single mom here trying to take care of her little baby. And she goes, I'm glad you understand. I go, the man missed out on a good thing when he left. She goes, what? Probably. I go, how did you get Jennifer's name and picture? She's in a lot of pain. Maybe you and I can help her. When he left you, he missed out on you. It seems you have a lot to offer emotionally and you are attractive.
Let me stop you for a second too. Also, if I was falling for this, me personally, and there are people.
When she said she's a single mom trying to help her kid, I have a thing, it's like for single moms with kids, because I was raised by a single mom, and I know the gig, I know the demands on it. So anybody that's a single mom, I've always tried to be there for my cousin Moore. There's another person that follows comics. I've checked in on her to see how she's doing. But so I've always had an affinity. I feel an obligation to look in on people like that.
I can attest to that because very recently Joe even had an affinity for children. So that's nice. Joe really does.
What?
The cat.
Oh. Oh, yeah. I thought.
Well, the way you yelled at her, you'd think she was.
Oh my God.
So say I'm alone, I'm falling for this. And as soon as she says that, now I'm like, I have this duty to look after her or make sure she's okay. And that is something that you'll spend money or make sure the kids are all right. If I'm buying into this. So
That's interesting.
Like I said, me personally, if I was in that situation, I would fall for it. I don't know how many guys have, and I'm plenty have.
She goes, it's not my concern. This is in regards to Jennifer. She goes, it's not my concern, honey. I only asked for the tag so you can help me here. And this is in regards to the guy leaving her and missing out. I go, thank you. It's not about. If it's about helping, I don't know how to help her, honey. I go, I know. I will assume you know the guy who took it. Probably the same guy who gave you the porn star pictures. She goes, wow. I go, what wow? She goes, so is this about Jennifer? Okay. All right. So I've gone too far. I've gone too far.
Uh-oh. She's worried that you are being like a private detective to help
Right.
Jennifer.
Yeah.
Oops.
Okay, yeah, well, that's to be expected.
Yeah, it's like you seem to be asking a lot of questions about this other woman. Now, even this is, I mean, there's so many layers of deception, but even if this was a quote unquote real relationship, yeah, you're talking a lot about another bitch. What's going on?
Yeah, like looking at this now, I probably should have held off a little bit longer.
But you wanted to get at the meat of it, so.
Yeah, I mean, because you don't know if you're ever going to talk to this person again.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, there's an old saying: if you don't ask, the answer's always no.
Yes.
So, it's like
Right.
even if you delve too
into it and she pulls back, you can always back off and schmooze to get back in with another tack. So, like I said, you don't have to answer always no.
She goes, wow. I go, what wow? She goes, so is this about Jennifer? I go, no, honey. So this is the first time I'm using a term of endearment now. Let's try to soften this back up. She goes, Urzila, and she spells her name wrong. I go, Zila.
Oh.
I go, Zila, I'm being sincere with you. If you don't wish to discuss it further, we will not. I go, is it Zella or Zila? And then she spells it correctly, Zila. I go, okay. She goes, let me charge my phone a little. I go, I saw you spell it the other way. I want to be correct. She goes, we would talk me later. I go, I'd like to. Are you interested in still talking with me? She goes, and I have to look for what the baby would eat. And then she says, yes, she's still interested in talking to me. I go, yes, the baby comes first. She goes, I told you to help, but you don't want to. So I don't have an option than to go get the thing on credit if I would be given. All right, so this goes to Joe's point. It looks like the asking is not quite over yet.
Oh no.
Did you think it was going to be?
And now it's on a personal
Well, if the Hitachi the size of a midget didn't woo you, how about this sob story?
Hey, it wasn't working the other way.
It wasn't. You got to change your tact.
Repropose the deal. You know.
The size of a midget or my actual little midget.
I go, so it's telling me the truth just about getting money in a different way? I'm trying to build something with you. Because listen, if that's what this is, well, we've gotten what we need to get out of this bit.
Right.
It seems, right. That's basically right there. It's like, all right, this is going to last much longer.
And she just called me on the Jennifer thing, so I might as well call her on this.
Of course.
Yeah. So the cats are pretty much out of the bag right now. So yeah, this is going to be interesting where she wants to go.
She goes, nope. I go, okay. She goes, just letting you know, it's not a most. You give me your money if you still don't want to. I go, okay, because if this is not real, I would figure it out in time. If you are sincere, I will know that too. Do we think she's sincere at all? Do we think there's any sincerity here?
No.
I think that there might be, but she's definitely going to play her cards close to the vest because she's still trying to work an angle.
Yeah, it's very calculated what she's doing. You know, to give it on the personal level, and now she's noting that you're trying to poke into proprietary stuff, backing you off on that.
You got your cards on the, you both really have your cards on the table. So I don't know what's in it for the both of you anymore.
She goes, oh.
That's what's in it for him. Yeah, sure.
She goes, okay. I go, we can't start a friendship on me sending you money. Let's get this off the table now. Let's get some more material for the show, and then we'll talk about payments.
Right.
She goes, yes, I know and I understand. I go, I'm really trying to get to know you. She goes, okay. I go, one thing stuck out though. She goes, please, let's talk later. I go, okay. She goes, it's getting darker here. I go feed the baby. Go get home safely, sweetie. I go, message me when you wish. I look forward to spending time with that pretty, smart, kind mother in the real pictures.
Nice.
She goes, okay, honey, have a good time and be safer for me. I give her a heart. I go, you do the same. Later on, I message her. Later on in the day, I go, hi, Zila, let me know you and your daughter got home safely. She goes, okay, honey, I'm in bed with the baby already. I go, okay, I was concerned. Glad you're home safely. She goes, thank you, honey. I go, you're welcome, babe. We're still doing this very sweet stuff here.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, you put a couple of big shovels of horse shit on there. So,
It's a tool of the trade, horse shit. She goes, it's been a long time. She goes, it's been a long time we got home. Just had to rest a little. I go, okay, have you had a good day? She goes, and you too. I go, what are you saying, dear? She goes, I mean this. Have you had a good day? I go, I've had an interesting day because of you. So, I see. What's interesting about today, honey? I go, well, I found out who you are was unexpected and interesting and nice. Why are you awake so late? I don't know what time it is, but it must be very late. And then she goes, I'm horny and bored. Now.
Uh-oh. Whoa.
Look at Pip. Pip's like, whoa. I'm so excited. I need to go see a dead rock star. That's how excited I am.
because what happened, and like I said, it's two trolls facing each other. Okay, you got to the point. Okay, and you had it back off. You threw
some more shit on it. All right, now on her end, she's got to reciprocate the siege. I guess she wants to keep it going. She just threw a couple of shovels at your way. You know, so everybody's going to their corner for right now. And which move the next one's going to make.
So, Pip, do you think there's going to be sexy time?
I'm thinking. Why else would you bring up how horny you are unless that's what it's leading to?
I go, really?
And it's up to you to go dig in, before her.
Yep.
And then she sends something that she quickly made disappear. It was various sexual things for a price, including like the boyfriend experience for like $150 or something like that. And she made it quickly disappear, but I remember seeing it.
Whoa.
Which I've never seen before.
You mean the girlfriend experience, right?
Yes. Girlfriend experience.
Okay, you said the boyfriend experience. I'm like, This is turning into something completely different.
No, the girlfriend experience.
Okay, but she's got a price list.
She's got a price list.
So what do you think? One of her things is an OnlyFans model?
Oh,
I mean, something akin to that. I don't know if she's on OnlyFans, but it would seem that you could pay for services of some sort.
wow. Oh, man. See if
I
you can
go,
get some for free.
uh, listen, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I go, what was that? She goes, it's for hooking up around here, baby. A friend asked me to send it to her. So am I dealing with a prostitute?
It sure does sound like it. Wait a minute. Oh, my friend asked me
Like
to,
I said,
my friend asked me to
you're dealing
create
with
her
a
price list.
yeah, you're dealing with a cam girl, or you're dealing with an OnlyFans model.
And, like I said, these guys will put the irons in the fire, so she's probably, looking for scamming as well. I mean, look, they have no fucking morals, I mean, really,
I don't know what morals they have or don't have, but I go,
this one doesn't have morals.
Oh.
I mean, I know a couple of the OnlyFans models. Not that I'm on there fooling, but I know them from Chrissy's show, and they're pretty cool,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you're laying down evidence for later depositions.
Yeah. So do I. So do I.
I feel like Joe's looking at the clock so where he can point to the exhibit A over here. I feel like that's what Joe just did right there.
Oh, it's hysterical. No, but it's the truth. I
Of
know
course.
they probably at Ruvo, I will have to swear over the frickin' stuff.
I swear on flounder and butter sauce. I have nothing to do with OnlyFans girls.
Hysterical.
That's great.
Not if you're living it, dear. Not if you're living it.
No. No, it's great for us. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sure it's not great for you.
Yes. I go, is that something you do too? She goes, well, schooling to survive, baby. Okay. This is new. She's a working girl.
Sex work is work.
Sure. I go, okay, I understand. Is that cyber or in person? She goes, in cyber, baby. I go, okay. Should I let you get to work? She goes, nope, I don't do it anymore. I go, okay, that would explain your hot words as Maria. I don't really remember any of the words being, well, actually, were they hot? I don't know.
I don't remember her being particularly flagrant in that area.
No. She laughed. She goes, you're funny and know how to crack a woman. I go, thank you. I enjoy talking to you. She goes, I also
You're
do
not
this.
a crack a woman.
Well, for a price, dear. For a price. You saw the menu. But here's what's interesting. She clearly doesn't want to go that route with me because she wouldn't have deleted it. So it does seem like it was a mistake of some sort.
Right. Yeah.
She goes, I also do the same with you, honey. I go, good. I go, was that horny and bored thing real or is that for a client? She goes, it's real, baby. I'm very horny. I go, why don't you take care of yourself, baby? She goes, how do you mean? Really? I gotta tell a sex worker? What do I mean? Really? Okay.
Maybe she's trying to get you to do sexy talk.
I guess.
it doubles as a chainsaw.
Well, that's not her. That's Maria. No.
Yeah.
I go, masturbate. She goes, I don't like that. I go, oh, so what will you do? She goes, I will just try to go back to sleep. Okay. I go, okay, I feel a bit badly that you're bored and horny. This is not what her and Pip were expecting.
No. No. I'm a little confused. Like, why did she bring that up? And she's like a cam girl, and she doesn't want to masturbate. How that? No wonder she doesn't do it anymore. She was terrible at it.
Well, I saw plummet supplies. I don't feel like selling on things.
Yeah, no, listen, as you just said, Pip, sex work is work. But I mean, was I supposed to fall into the honeypot right there?
Yeah.
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 Look, like trying to. what would be the expectation that you would ask for the price list to go back up?
No, I guess the expectation would be I talk sexy to her to lure me in a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I'm still, so that would accelerate things between Zila and me. But
Yeah.
I'm still going with the friendship vibe. So that
Yeah.
could have been her ploy to try to accelerate this.
Shows you that little blip,
Yeah.
reels you in, and goes, well, it's usually 150, but I'll give you the friends and family price at 120.
All right, she's not Verizon, Joe.
The hell
it's not. So you run
Yeah.
run the same way.
There.
Oh yeah.
it's for price, and the goal is to fuck you.
I go, okay, I feel a bit badly that you're bored and horny. She goes, it's cool. She goes, it's cool. I would sleep now. I go, sweet dreams. And that's where we'll end it.
I'm confused.
What don't you understand?
Well, I'm just thinking, here she is. She's kind of flinging out there her price list, and it's kind of like you think that this is like she's trying to be seductive at this moment, but then she's like, "No, I don't." Like there could have been a scenario where she'd say, "Yeah, I'll masturbate and I'll talk to you about it, but it's going to cost you this." But she declined. She's just like, "Yeah, I'm too friggin' tired to get myself off." I mean, that's tired, but
You know what? Because I'm sorry.
no, I'm
I'm
just
sorry. I cut you off.
that's okay. I was just confused about that conversation. Like there was an opportunity, but Dad was like, "No, let's keep it chill right now." So I guess she even had the restraint to go, "All right, we'll get back to that."
I think. Go on.
Oh, and maybe so, because you know what? It's still it's got to be in the back of her mind
That you might not be, and you might be a scam buster. You might be, you might be doing a segment for this show because you were delving into all those proprietary questions. So she gets back into it. She's going to bait you a little bit. She's probably feeling you out
Yeah.
where you're going.
Yep. I think she's giving off the I want a relationship vibe, and I think I'm giving off the friendship vibe.
Yeah.
Right. And right now, you guys are playing a game of chess until you feel comfortable with each other again.
Yeah.
So do we think she's completely full of shit, or is there some honesty in here?
She's completely full of shit. Completely full of shit.
What do you think, Pip?
I think there's a little honesty in there, but she's still playing the game.
Yeah, I'm inclined to believe that too. I don't, because I think that sex work thing was true. Because I remember it disappeared really quickly. I think that was like a fuck up, and she probably has done that. I mean, listen, people do that for money. You're working from home theoretically. I mean,
Yeah, people done that.
I mean, maybe that's why she's posing as Maria Milton. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe she poses as these white women, these porn stars, and people think they're talking to that person. It's very possible.
Let me tell you something with the sex workers. I mean, listen, I know that from being on Chrissy's show. A lot of them.
Do we have to have a disclaimer every time you bring up sex workers?
Yes, apparently he does.
I go, from what I've been talking, it doesn't. I got to put this into context. A lot of them are feeling the squeeze from
Shutting them out. A lot of them start to feel squeezed from AI. So they need to find another stream, another monetary stream. Scamming.
Well, this is before AI, Joe. I mean, this is 2022.
But what I'm saying is on the cam girl end or on the sex worker end with that, AI is starting to creep in and starting to get in there where they got to start to find another revenue stream. Scamming, it's not AI, but it's like it's a side hustle. It's another way to make money.
Yeah, I think she was probably, if she was a sex worker, I think she was probably doing it under the pictures that we were seeing, and guys were probably calling her on WhatsApp or Instagram or even sexting. That's probably what was going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can honestly say with this one scammer, I believe there's multiple layers to them, her, him, whatever. There's multiple layers here, which is kind of fun because we're kind of peeling them back. So it's going to be, so with that on this one. It's going to be interesting to see how many levels we can peel back on.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to cost you 175 if you want to peel back every layer.
That could be coming next week. That could be coming next week.
Yeah, but very well could.
And I'm sure it will.
All right, let's wrap this up. Want to thank Sensei Russ Ferdico. I saw him and his family went fishing the other day, and I saw Susan was on the boat, his wife. So I'm glad that she's doing better, up and about. So we send our love to them.
Good, glad to hear it. Portobello, Bergen County, New Jersey's most exclusive fine dining Italian restaurant. The Tuscan Villa setting will make you feel like you've been transported to the old country. Every dish prepared with care and attention to detail. And the Portobello chefs, happy to cater to any dietary needs during every visit. It's not just a meal, but an experience. Portobello is open for lunch and dinner.
Saturday and on Sunday, Portobello features a sumptuous addition to their dinner menu, which is available all day. And Friday, Saturday nights, Portobello features live entertainment starting at 9 p.m. Portobello Banquets, now that's your destination for that special event. Sweet 16 wedding, office party, after dinner for business, perfect. Anything that has to impress. Why? Because the Portobello staff will ensure your event will not be just an occasion, but a memory. Portobello Banquets also was popular time of the night throughout the year, produced by sites, things, questions over. David, they'll probably have an announcement in the next month or so coming up. So check that out. Portobello Banquets is your place to be. Experience all that they have to offer. 175 around the Pole Valley Road in Oak Ridge, New Jersey. Learn more. Give them a call. 201-337-8990. That is 201-337-8990. Or visit their website, portobelloentry.com. You deserve the best. You deserve a great night out. You deserve Portobello.
Side Splitting Productions for your comedy needs. You want to have a party outside? Hire a comic. Go to sidesplittingproductions.com. Call 551-404-3094. Joe, you going to be anywhere this week?
No, not.
All right. Friday, June 14th, Side Splitting Productions presents live comedy at Bistro 107 in Moonachie, New Jersey, starring Chris Monty, Ryan Marr, and Larry D. Gregorio. Great gift for Father's Day if you want. Show them some. It's better than a socks and tie, I'll tell you that much. Good dinner, laughs, reservations, tickets still available, 201-440-3339. On Saturday night, depending what radio station, you will hear our Father's Day, Worst Dads of the Countdown. If you are not near one of our affiliates, fear not, 7 a.m. Sunday morning, Father's Day. The countdown drops. If you're a longtime listener of the show, you know it's a good time, a lot of laughs, and really, there's no better way to celebrate Dad than gathering around the old computer or MP3 player, whatever the hell you listen on, and tell Dad, go, say, I was wrong. By comparison, you're fucking amazing. It's very nice.
That's the way that every dad likes to spend his special day.
Absolutely. So that is dropping on Sunday, and this will be in podcast form probably tomorrow. All right, thank you guys for hanging out. If you like us, tell a friend. If you hate us,
Tell no one.
No one. Let's go.
Either way, please keep on listening.